2 years ago, you could not buy a Kia Telluride without paying $5,000 to $15,000 over sticker price. Dealers had waiting lists. People were flying across the country just to find one at the manufacturer's suggested retail price. Today, that same Telluride is getting wholesaled at auction for less than half of what the original buyer paid. And it is not alone. 7 Hyundais and Kias are getting dumped at auction right now at prices that would make their original owners sick. And the reasons go way beyond just too many cars on the lot. Let's get into it. Number 7. The 2022 to 2025 Kia EV6. The EV6 holds the unfortunate title of worst depreciation in the entire Kia lineup. According to iSeeCars, this vehicle sheds about 61% of its value over 5 years. That is not a typo. A 2-year-old EV6 GT, the performance model that stickered at over $64,000, recently crossed a wholesale auction block and sold for just $31,000. Less than half? Gone. Sales tell the same story. Kia moved just under 13,000 EV6 units in all of 2025, a 40% drop from the year before. And the first 2 months of 2026 have been even uglier, with monthly sales falling between 53% and 65% compared to the same period last year. Kia's response tells you everything you need to know about how desperate things have gotten. They are throwing $10,000 in customer cash at every 2025 EV6 on the lot, plus another $1,000 in vehicle-specific bonuses on units that have been sitting too long, plus 0% financing for 72 months. That is a fire sale from the manufacturer, not the dealer. Consumer Reports now rates the EV6 as less reliable than average, citing repeated failures of the integrated charging control unit that plagues all Hyundai and Kia electric vehicles built on their shared platform. But the EV6 is not even the most incentivized Korean electric vehicle right now. Number 6. The 2022 to 2025 Hyundai Ioniq 5. The Ioniq 5 actually had a record sales year in 2025, moving over 47,000 units. Sounds great until you realize how Hyundai pulled it off. Dealers were listing 2025 models as low as $29,900, against sticker prices north of $44,000. Lease deals dropped to $189 a month. Combined factory incentives on some units exceeded $20,000. Then the federal EV tax credit expired on September 30th, 2025. In a single month, Ioniq 5 sales plunged 62%. October deliveries collapsed to just 1,642 units. The credit had been masking real demand for months, and the moment it disappeared, so did the buyers. The 5-year depreciation rate sits between 57% and 59%, according to iSeeCars. Forum owners report 2023 models purchased at $49,000, dropping to $30,000 in just 12 months. Consumer Reports flags it as less reliable than average, citing air conditioning compressor failures, battery issues, and the same charging control unit defect that haunts the EV6. Hyundai responded to the 2026 model year by cutting sticker prices nearly $10,000 across the board. The EV market pain is real, but the next 3 vehicles on this list prove that the dumping is not limited to electric cars. Number 5. The 2020 to 2026 Hyundai Sonata. The Sonata might be the single hardest vehicle to move off a dealer lot in America right now. According to CarEdge data from early 2026, the average Hyundai Sonata has been sitting on the lot for 201 days. That is almost 7 months. The typical industry benchmark is around 60 days. The Sonata is sitting there for more than triple that. The midsize sedan market has been shrinking for years as buyers shift to crossovers and SUVs. But the Sonata has an additional problem that most competitors do not. It ranked as the second most stolen vehicle in America in both 2023 and 2024. Over 42,000 Sonatas were stolen in 2023 alone, a 97% jump from the year before. Model years 2015 through 2021 shipped with key start ignitions and no engine immobilizer, making them easy targets for the USB cable hot wiring method that went viral. Insurance premiums for affected Sonatas average nearly $2,900 a year for full coverage. Some owners report being dropped by their carrier entirely. The Sonata was actually discontinued after the 2023 model year, before Hyundai brought it back for 2025 as a hybrid-only model, starting at around $28,500. The iSeeCars 5-year depreciation rate of 46% is nearly 5 points worse than the midsize sedan average. At 201 days on the lot, dealers are running out of patience. Number 4. The 2022 to 2026 Hyundai Tucson. The Tucson's inventory situation is not just elevated, it is accelerating in the wrong direction at an alarming rate. CarEdge's February 2026 data showed the Tucson's market day supply jumped 37 days in a single month. That is one of the sharpest inventory surges tracked across the entire new car market this year. The 5-year depreciation rate is about 46% according to iSeeCars. Owners of the Tucson plug-in hybrid report losing 25 to 30% of their vehicle's value in just 6 months. The 2025 model year carries 4 active recalls, including a rollaway risk affecting over 42,000 units, where a console wiring defect can allow the transmission to shift out of park without the brake pedal pressed. There is also a side curtain airbag issue, a tow hitch wiring fire risk, and a connecting rod bolt problem. Older 2016 through 2021 Tucsons with key start ignitions are also Kia Boys theft targets, further dragging down wholesale values across the entire model line. If you are finding this useful, hit subscribe. We break down the best and worst vehicles on the road every week, backed by real data and zero dealer fluff. Now let's talk about the vehicles where a social media trend literally destroyed resale values overnight. Number 3. The 2011 to 2021 Hyundai Elantra and Kia Forte. This is the KIA Boys entry. Roughly 8.3 million Hyundai and Kia vehicles built between 2011 and 2022, shipped without engine immobilizers, the basic anti-theft technology that 96% of vehicles from every other manufacturer already had. The Hyundai Elantra became the #1 most stolen vehicle in America in both 2023 and 2024, with over 48,000 stolen in 2023 alone. The Kia Forte was right there in the top 10. At the peak of the crisis, affected models were being stolen at a rate 11 times higher than in 2020 and 7 times higher than vehicles from all other brands. In Milwaukee, Hyundai and Kia thefts surged 2,500% in a single year. 3 major insurance carriers, State Farm, Progressive, and Allstate, either restricted or refused new coverage on affected models. Some owners reported premiums hitting $800 a month. Others could not find a single company willing to insure them. The resale damage is severe. Affected models now trade at 10 to 30% below equivalent vehicles from other brands at wholesale auction. A software update has reduced theft rates by about 64% for vehicles that received it, but only about 60% of eligible vehicles have actually been updated. Number 2. The 2020 to 2026 Hyundai Palisade. The Palisade's reversal might be the most dramatic on this list. During the chip shortage from 2021 through 2023, dealers were slapping $5,000 to $10,000 markups over sticker price on every Palisade that hit the lot. Buyers gladly paid it. By late 2025, the script completely flipped. Manufacturer incentives started appearing on 2026 Palisades within months of their launch date, a clear signal that demand has fallen well below production. The recall situation is a big reason why. The Palisade carries more than 10 recalls across its production run. The biggest is a seatbelt buckle failure covering nearly 569,000 units from 2020 through 2025, where driver, passenger, and second-row seatbelts may fail to latch. The fix was still under development as of late 2025. On top of that, there is an electric oil pump fire risk with a park outside advisory, an engine valve spring defect that can punch through the engine block, and a side curtain airbag issue. The 5-year depreciation rate lands around 47%. and a 2023 model has already shed about $10,500 in just 2 years. Number 1. The 2020 to 2025 Kia Telluride. No vehicle better illustrates the post-shortage pricing correction than the Telluride. In 2021 and 2022, this was the hottest vehicle on any dealer lot in America. Markups of $5,000 to $15,000 over sticker were standard. Buyers flew across state lines just to find one at the manufacturer-suggested retail price. Today, with the redesigned 2027 model launching in early 2026, leftover 2025 Tellurides face serious wholesale pressure. The iSeeCars 5-year depreciation rate of nearly 49% means 2021 and 2022 models that once sold at $50,000 and above are now available for around $18,000 to $19,000 at auction. The recall count has ballooned. A park outside fire risk recall covers nearly 463,000 units from 2020 through 2024, triggered by front power seat motors overheating. A separate front seat frame defect recall covers over 85,000 units from the 2025 model year. A rollaway risk recall affects more than 427,000 units, and that is before you add the trailer hitch fire risk advisory and software errors. The irony is that the Telluride is still a solid vehicle by most measures. Consumer Reports gives it a 92 out of 100 road test score, and it took the top spot in J.D. Power's 2025 initial quality study for upper midsize SUVs. The quality is there, but the combination of recall volume, the incoming redesign creating trade-in and lease return waves, and the broader Korean brand wholesale correction is sending 2020 through 2024 Tellurides to auction at prices that would have been unthinkable 3 years ago.